Hello, hi everybody. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome back. We got Mechwarrior Destiny. We have some Mechwarrior Destiny happening, and I'm a PNG. But yeah, hello Solmier. How are you? Hi. We're gonna have to get kind of going quick again since I'm running behind, of course. But yeah, hope that everybody's been doing well. Hope everyone's been doing well. If I can speak, I can talk. Checking a couple of things, but it looks like YouTube is going okay. Still sharing out some of the links and stuff, but whatever, it's fine. It's gonna take a second for things to get going once I jump in this VC. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna leave them all muted at the moment, so you'll still only hear me. But yeah. Oh, also I got the room thing. Hold on, let me get like into the thing. Do this. Launch this. And then I'll jump in the VC. Then I can just do this while they're getting ready. But yeah, it's good to see everyone. Hello. Hi. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah. Let's see. I'm jumping over here. Hello. Hi. Okay. Mm. Oh. Alright, there we go. I got all the stuff. I can do this on here too. I can look for a GIF. Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like muted. That's so weird. Okay. I haven't used my PNG in a while. I'm honestly trying to reconnect with my character a little bit and hoping that if I just use the artwork instead this time, maybe it'll help. I haven't really known what to do with my character lately. Let's see. Let's find something silly. What if I put... Oh wait, we gotta do it like Mech. Next brings up some good stuff sometimes. I don't know exactly what we're up to tonight. Find some good stuff. Oh wait, also the music. I was like, why is it so quiet? The music. There, I can put some music back on. All right. What do we want? Silliness. If I put in Renegade Robot, Renegade Cat, Cat. I've done Cat Mech before. Oh, that's actually a pretty good one. So. Oh, this one's actually okay. Not as funny though. I'm joking for the funnies. Oh, this walking cat, that's pretty silly. Wait, what is... Wait, what is this? Why does it switch over to this? I've Never mind. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't catch that part at first. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is such a good gif. I'm kind of in the way. Hold on. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. I love it. All right, I'm sharing that out. All right, gonna cut out of that. Yeah. Mics are about to go live, so that's good. Also forget, because like I mute myself in the Discord, and then my PNG no longer reacts. And it's a whole thing. See how this goes. I might switch over to my 3D model in a bit if I'm feeling like it. But no, I was like, I haven't used this art forever. I kind of want to. So it's also TT, RPG, Star Wars. Oh, okay. Thank you for the look. I appreciate it, Solnier. I hope you have fun games. I hope you have some fun tabletop games. Oh, also the clock. I have to set the clock. Hold on, or reset it because it was counting. There we go. We're at 10:09. I just realized we're gonna have a little. I think we're gonna have a little bit less people in some. Oh, hi, Fall 9. How are you? How are you? Hi. Good, how's you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, you said you are doing well. Good. Oops, if I can. Yeah, it's been a little bit since we. I realized it's been a little while since I actually did the tabletop stuff on stream. It's been like a month. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but it did because we had some delays, and then we actually played last week, but I was not feeling up to streaming, so I didn't stream it. But it was kind of like a, not that nothing happened, like it was one that mattered, but it didn't have like really dire stuff for the storyline, so like it was okay. Not kind of skip that. We did like a practice. We did like a practice mech battle basically, and had a little bit of character development. I'll probably just recap it though. It'll be fine. Oh, hello, Storm. How are you doing? Hi. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Good to see you all. Oops, if I can get this working better. Oh, I didn't get my. I gotta get this going too, so I can see the YouTube stream. I gotta see the YouTube stream. Okay, there we go. I got the YouTube stream up. Okay, mics are going live now. That's good.
After I take a bond rip.
Yeah.
Or not? Okay, hold on. I thought they were going live. Not quite. There we go. It's fine. I got the YouTube stream going. But yeah, I'm thinking, we got that stompy. I don't know how long we're doing this. I don't know if we're going longer or gonna have a shorter session today, depending on the people that were able to make it and everything. But I'm thinking of doing some stompy roulettes later, depending on the timing and stuff. We will see how it goes. Okay, now the mics are hot.
It will be once.
Damn it.
Do it by hand.
Oh yeah, hello.
Hi.
Oh hi.
Aha! Now mics are live.
Okay.
Stupid fucking touch portal not doing its job.
Yeah.
I'm going to restart you. Not that it matters right now, but still. Okay, so we are all in. And I can start the game.
Mm-hmm.
Aha!
Yeah.
It brings up the correct map. Well, it's probably a black screen for all of you.
It is.
It is, yeah.
So, what we're gonna do first. Boop.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
So, it is, I'll say about a week and a half after the last training session. There have been numerous, like, smaller training sessions, like one-on-one sessions, and maybe a couple of duels and things like that. Some out-of-mech combat training. You know, a smattering of military training going on throughout this last week and a half. And it seems that Kirka got a bit of a challenge. And I'm gonna have to deal with that later. It seems that Kirka got a bit of a challenge, and that is why you all find yourselves in the briefing room currently. So first off, Kirka, what time would you have had everybody assemble?
Probably standard starting time for these sorts of things, 0800.
Alrighty, and we will go down the list. And how was everybody's morning before the roll call? Let's start with Kirka.
Kirka starts her morning. She's been starting her mornings earlier, ever since taking command. So she's been up for a few hours at this point. Got herself together. She's not in her official uniform. She's in her. She's in more of her usual mech piloting gear, which is different from how she used to do things, since she's been feeling compelled to actually wear her uniform, like on a day in day out basis, rather than run around in whatever slutty outfit she put together, like she used to.
Yeah, she's the ship's mommy now.
Yeah, and she's not super happy with that fact. She was not. She was just like, man, I have to be responsible now. But otherwise, got herself together, finalized finishing touches on things, kind of looked over the itinerary for the day, and this is the first major simulation battle that's going to be occurring. There's some other stuff going on as well with some of the other stars. Some rearranging of the roster and order of battle had to be made. especially with Runa being reassigned to the security team, which has been going pretty well. But yeah, all in all, it's just kind of a normal morning for her, all things considered.
Alrighty, and what's Deanna up to?
Her routine is similarly routine at this point. To the point that she takes care of the usual. She's probably done a little paperwork this morning and then just shows up about 15 minutes early.
Alrighty. And Esme.
Okay. I guess Esme's just kind of slow to get started. Has to have lots of caffeine. Just has her breakfast, and then like a new thing in her routine is that she checks on the badgers because she likes the badgers. And then just finds her way to the meeting.
Alrighty. I'm gonna assume that both Jet and Helmer have been assigned to the Star for this training. Once everybody gets to the meeting room, they see Jet kind of sitting there drinking what looks like a comically large travel mug of coffee, kind of bleary-eyed. Helmer's probably there too, complaining at him for something.
Yeah, I think by this point, I think it's safe to say that the two have kind of developed a like rapport. Very,
Jet.
Yeah.
Jet likes Helmer. They have no issues with Helmer.
And Helmer, for his part, likes Jet a lot more than he'll actually admit. Probably says something along the lines of the kid drives him crazy, but he respects him.
Alrighty, so everybody has arrived for the briefing. Kirka, take it away.
All right. Good morning, all. There were some details that were put out in the initial message, but I'm going to go over this in more explicit detail. The commander of the 3rd company of the 1st Company, 1st Battalion, 1st Kellhounds Regiment has opined to me that she wants to test our abilities in her home turf in a much more direct way. And as such, issued what could essentially issued a match-all to determine our capacity in a 5v12 scenario. This will also double as a test of the company's tactical maneuvering in cities as part of a larger strategy that the Kellhounds are developing, wherein they envelope and eliminate clan formations on a star-by-star basis. Hence our being here today. The objective is going to be relatively simple. We are simply to... It is a simple trial. We are simply to engage in combat and overcome the odds. Again, as aggressors, it is anticipated that we will lose, but I have been explicitly challenged to not hold back, and I do not want any of you to do so either. Think of this as an opportunity to show off just how good you really are. Any questions?
So she is upset then that we tried to simulate clanners instead of fighting as ourselves.
She felt that we did not perform to our full potential during the previous engagement when we had our 5v8 with one of the other companies is probably the best way for me to put it.
Well, but that was intentional. We were playing the part of a standard clan formation.
The criticism was leveled towards me specifically, if I am to be entirely honest with you.
And it is a shame we have so many opponents to fight, because this is something I would love to watch.
I am sure we can get a copy of the tapes afterwards for review. Any other questions? Actually, Deanna can tell, and if Esme wants to make a, I'll say maybe a perception roll, she might be able to determine this as well. Kirka
Okay.
is uncomfortable with this line of questioning. Deanna can tell.
Yeah, whereas, like, Deanna's whole thing is like, why are you being criticized for doing exactly what we were told to do?
Right.
On the screen behind you, you see this area of city as your operating. But yes, if Esme wants to see if they notice, you can definitely make a roll.
Okay. I'll try it. Is it 2d8 in the intelligence?
2d6.
Or 2d6, I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It's like
all rolls are
stuff.
2d6.
There we go.
2d8 would be an
That's a
interesting
12.
system to mess with, though.
Yeah, I would say that with a roll like that, Esme would notice.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Kirka's not doing her best to disguise it. She's just trying to sidestep it.
So I just like noticing that she's not doesn't seem comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the 5 long months of subscribing, Rainbow Dandelion.
Don't mind me, I'm just setting some stuff up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kirka, what's got you uncomfortable exactly?
That is none of your concern, Esme.
Ruh-roh.
Are you sure? The last training was a little bit off. I noticed.
How so?
I would say that you were toying with your food, but you were kind of just not performing the greatest. I couldn't help but notice.
Kirka's going to be quiet for a moment and glance towards the door. Esme, close the door, would you?
Okay, sure thing. I should just like kind of happily go to the door and close it.
Truth be told, and this following information that I'm about to tell you does not leave this room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I find out that anyone else hears about anything that I'm about to tell the four of you, I will execute you on the spot.
Oh.
Deanna already knows this, having come down with me during the initial meeting with Colonel Allard and Grand Duke Morgan Kell. Zakhan Phelan Ward of Clan Wolf is aware of our existence. For those of you who are unfamiliar with clan structure, let me remind you that Zakhan is the second most powerful individual in the clan.
And now it's Deanna's turn to look uncomfortable? That was an uncomfortable meeting?
The only reason that we are alive right now is because of a deal that was struck during that meeting between myself, Con Ward, and Morgan Kell. No one is to be aware or made aware of our origins associated with Clan Wolverine in any way, shape, or form. We are to work hand in glove with the Kellhounds, and if the time comes, we may find ourselves fighting alongside Clan Wolf. However, the only reason that this was agreed to was because Zakhan Ward has informed me that he is aware of the true story of our past. Being a child of the Inner Sphere, he was not as fully indoctrinated into the story of Clan Wolverine's annihilation as have the Trueborn in this room and amongst us. The rest of the clan is not going to take as kindly to our presence here on Ark Royal as the Zakhan is. And so, we need to be extremely careful and deliberate about how we present ourselves and how we perform.
Star Captain,
Yes.
this could potentially cause ripples in more than just our dealings with the Kellhounds and Wolves.
Yes.
This could spark another incident, like Barbados.
Yes. It could. And it could do more than that. The political situation that we have found ourselves thrust into is extremely precarious. I already knew that they would be tense before arriving here due to the nature behind this meeting, which the details of that I am unfortunately not cleared to discuss with all of you. But I can say that it has to do with the wider politics of the Federated Commonwealth. We are in a very, very delicate position right now. More delicate than we have ever been in. The invasion on Roadside has led to unforeseen consequences that our presence here is an attempt to resolve. For the time being, unfortunately, that situation has become increasingly more complex. I'm saying this to all of you because out of everyone on this crew, everyone under my command, I know I can trust you the most to show the proper discretion regarding this. I cannot emphasize enough. We are very close to making some very powerful allies. But we are also on the knife's edge of making some very, very powerful enemies. This delicate balance, upon which not just our own futures and our lives, but those of the entire clan, are what has been bothering me for the past few weeks.
I see. Understandable. A lot.
I have no idea. So, I will continue to do my best to maintain this delicate arrangement. What I need from all of you is to show that same level of discretion. Do not make the same mistake that I did. Allow yourself to get too closely entangled with the Kellhounds. Not to say that they are not good people, but we are taking a step into a much larger world than simply raiding clans for survival like we had been for the past 20 years. We may find ourselves at the very forefront of upcoming political strife. In short, we are entering the big leagues, and we need to act like it. Does that make sense to everyone?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You hear something initially muttered, then a grunt out of Jet. Af.
Very well. With that in mind, we have a date with the specialist company of the Dragon Dogs. Let us go forth and introduce ourselves, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Where on this mess of roads are we dropping in?
You could see on Kirka's face that she's relieved at the change in topic. We're going to be dropping down here in the southwestern corner of the map.
I'm going to say that as the GM, that's a bad idea.
Okay, fair
Oh.
enough. In that case, where do you recommend? Where do you not have people set up, I guess?
So this area here, we'll say,
Okay.
is kind of off limits for deployment.
Got it. Okay, and Kiriko would have known that.
Yeah.
All right. We will be deploying here, in the eastern side of the map.
Okay. I can. There? Did I actually? Yeah. Okay. That's how it's going.
You can put Helmer wherever you want him.
Also, yeah, thank you
I'll
so
put him
much,
there.
Dandelion, for the sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Sorry, it's a little hard to respond. I
Not
have to
for the
find some times too with the RP stuff.
number.
But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No, they're not, but I can deal with that. Alrighty. So unless there is any other scenes anyone would like to play out, we can go right to the deployment.
It's up to you two.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I'm alright at the moment.
Okie dokie. In that case,
Alright.
let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So when you log in, log in, I guess works. When you connect and the simulation starts up, you see on your at extremely long range, there are 12 mechs arrayed against you. I, as the GM, I'm going to spend a GM plot point and add a bit of a twist. Kirka, as you are settling in and everything is getting set up, you see an additional objective on your screen.
Okay.
Deanna's mech must survive. Only you see that.
Intriguing.
Now, you can obviously spread the information if you want, but that is the what you were greeted with just before, as the mission objectives are scrolling on your screen.
Kirka is going to punch in the a private channel specifically to Olivia's adder. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd be happy to roleplay them or just summarize the conversation. Essentially, Olivia snuck this in there at the last minute as a little test, specifically for me.
I was going to say she doesn't even know about it. This is something that somebody
That someone else did?
a little bit higher up on the food chain decided to add in.
Ah, okay. I like that idea.
So yeah, she has no idea what you're talking about.
Curious. Kirka is going to withhold telling anyone, actually, aside from asking about that. But she would have done so indirectly, being like, was there a secondary objective that you added into this our list of win conditions? And Olivia probably like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, in that case, Kirka's going to give the first directive to wing south before activating her jump jets and moving there.
Alrighty.
Theater will acknowledge and come down here.
I'll kind of stay in formation and go there.
Hummer will do the same.
Yep. Shoot and Jet's gonna kind of go down as well. Oh, now I have 3 pages of NPCs to move, so.
Why am I having I'm
Good,
noticing bitrate issues. So if the stream is
Right.
struggling. This doesn't seem to be doing it though, so hopefully it'll be okay. Not seeing it crash yet, but if it does, that's why. Hopefully it'll be fine.
That was very basic.
Oh yeah, I bumped my mic.
That's fine. Wow, hunchback. Shoot. And then 3. 3. Boop. And then 1, 2. Okay. All right. So yeah, you've seen all of the mech signatures move.
All right, let's keep this going. 1, 2, 3.
One, two, three.
I'll just go there.
One, two, three.
Shoot. That way. And page 1. Oop. One. Three. 2. Boop. 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 Alrighty. The enemy force is encroaching ever more steps.
Remind me, does Deanna's Marauder have jump jets or no?
It does not.
It does not. Okay.
So I am hoping right now that these little alleys are big enough for a mech.
The alleys are not.
Hmm.
And as Kirka goes by, she's going to realize that. And radio out. Adjust course to go around this main road here. The objective is to target the scout lance before the assault lance has a chance to flank us.
Okay.
And then she is going to adjust course 1, 2, 3, and just kind of balance herself in there on the corner of that building.
And 1, 2, 3 up to the corner.
Follow right behind you.
And then Hummer's gonna hop over here onto that corner.
Alrighty, here we go. Kirka?
Wow, you're like gonna
Yeah.
get swarmed. uh. So the bit rate seems to be okay. Hopefully it stays that way.
I think that means he's done moving.
No, I know. I'm thinking. I have to apply thought because I'm seeing what you're doing here. And this was exactly what I was intending. And now I'm like, shit, how do I do this? Oh no, my hubris has come back to haunt me. Because having the map set up in this way means that we're essentially funneled into a larger confrontation here. And Kirka's gonna know that. Change of plan. Due north.
Okay.
Ironically, that space or down around the park is exactly where Deanna would want to be if she was in her armor.
Yeah.
Lots of cover, lots of ambush spots to jump on board.
Oh yeah. No, this would be perfect for elementals, but we don't have any. As it is, it's kind of a nightmare for mechs.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
She's just, strapped to 75 tons instead of 1.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few thoughts that are kind of tumbling through everyone's heads right now as this is going. in Kirka's, it's shit. This is kind of backfiring.
Doot. Okay, I haven't moved these yet. Doot. It sucks. I was only able to find the champion lamb fucking image.
Whoa. I see.
Design champion anyway. Like the OG champion it doesn't look good. I'm sorry. That one looks much better.
Alrighty, you are up.
That in between jumps, Kirka's gonna pause real quick and send out a quick readout of this sector with a little line drawn, indicating the path, the general path that she is expecting the lance to take, and then sending that. And then wordlessly sending that out. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, just outside of range. So I'll hold on to that plot point for now. And that's my move.
1, 2, 3. And likewise, now that you guys have to sprint to the entrance to the park, we do not need the Go Baby Go button right now.
Shadow Cat is jumping. And boop. Alrighty, you are up.
This is actually thrilling. I'm actually enjoying this.
Yeah, this is kind of tense because this is a lot of fucking firepower coming at us.
It feels so much more like tabletop BattleTech. Yeah.
Except you don't have to worry about pacing and moving your full movement.
True.
4 sheets of math as long as our arm.
Eh? That is
The
fair.
thing is, I like those things. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I love tabletop. It's just not gonna work very well for a tabletop RPG format.
No.
Unfortunately.
Unless you have everything memorized.
Yeah. Or use Mega Mech, which I had been considering.
Yeah, Mega Mech would work, but like doing it on a full tabletop with real dice.
Oh god, no.
Until next weekend.
Yeah.
That'd be a fucking process. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. We can't do this scale. Anyway, Esme, Helmer, with me. Primary targets: Shadowcat and Black Hawk Coup.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. She is also jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Peace gets. I don't want to make myself too much of a target. That's okay. That's my move.
Okay. I will jump up here. And I think I'm out of range, so that's my move.
Yeah, I think we're out of range. And then Helmer is going to jump 1, 2, 3. Because he's ballsy. I think Helmer... I'm sorry, 10 is just outside of long range, isn't it?
10 is 2 outside of long range.
2 outside of long range. Okay.
Alrighty. At this point, you Shadow Cat. Ooh, down that way. Okay. Champion. That way. That way. Shadowcat also jumped.
Okay.
Oop, they're gonna slow down and let their friend catch up. They go two. And the Phoenix Hawk is also jumping, not that it really matters at this range.
Yeah.
So the Shadow Hawk is going to unleash the first little bit of fire. I find. Or sorry, the Shadow Cat. Shadow
Yeah.
Cat
Okay, yeah.
is going to try and do the first bit of firing on Helmer.
Uh-huh.
And
He's a +9.
7, 8 because of jumping, -2 because of range, and they are going to try and punch at Helmer with the Gauss rifle
Uh-huh.
as an opening hello. Boop. They hit,
Oof. Okay.
Mm.
and that is going to be 5 damage to the torso.
Okie
Oh, no, sorry. Wrong. Not the torso. Right leg. That was 1 off. 6 is torso. 5 is leg.
5
so
is leg.
Yeah.
So 5 damage to the right leg.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And that is all the firing that is happening this round.
Yeah, Kirka is simply going to call out Shadowcat. She is also going to jump 1, 2, 3 and position herself there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away. That's medium range,
Yep.
if I recall correctly. So she is going to open fire with her large and medium pulse lasers, as she do. The Shadow Cat is the same speed for purposes of this, if I remember correctly.
They jumped, so yeah.
Kirka jumped. Yeah, Kirka jumped as well. So
Yeah.
and they move 4, but it's 3. Yeah. So that's the same. So bonuses are equal. So she gets to get a +14.
Ooh.
With the large pulse lasers.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
And that is going to be 7 damage to the left leg.
Shadow Cat. Ooh. Roll to see if you crit.
I do not.
You do not.
And now for the medium pulse lasers. Firing off.
That's a hit.
And that is 5 more damage to the left leg. There's no way it survives that.
Nope. Yep, that goes up into the torso.
And that is all the firing that Kirka has. Ripping a leg off a Shadow Cat, turn 1.
Alrighty. Who would like to go next?
Mine is still fairly easy, so we will do that real quick.
Okay.
Because I do not like the sight line for hitting the Go Baby Go button right now.
Yeah.
Entirely fair.
Okay. I will jump here.
Okie dokie.
And that should be, yeah, I'm in long range of the Shadow Cat.
Wow, Mr. Popo is being very insistent.
Apparently.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay, so I'll use my Gauss and my PPC on the Shadow Cat.
Okie dokie.
What's the Shadow Cat's movement? Is it also 3?
Yeah, move
Yes.
free. Both of you jump.
Okay, so that just cancels out. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do Gauss first.
Okay.
A 12?
That is a miss.
And then this is the PPC. That's not okay. There. Another 12.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Right.
Hey, buddy.
Then a 7.
I'm pretty sure that's torso.
That is torso.
Okay, and that's 5
The
damage.
quintessential torso shot.
Oh.
Alrighty. Yeah, you melt the armor off of the torso of the Shadow Cat.
Okay.
Bad day.
Yeah, Shadow Cat's getting messed up.
Mm-hmm. As intended.
Yeah.
And then Helmer is going to jump down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get into medium range of the Shadow Cat. And he is also going to open fire. He is going to... Let's see. Yeah, he's going to jump down. So that's 1 heat. Yeah, he's going to fire off his UAC 20, his medium pulse lasers, and then see if his Streak SRM 6 goes off. So that is going to be a 2d6 plus 9 for the medium pulse lasers. Pew pew pew.
Boop. That's a hit.
And that is going to be 5 damage on the torso.
Alrighty, how's this look?
This Shadow Cat has a very, very bad, no good day. As almost as soon as it's called out specifically as a target, Kirka lines up her crosshairs onto the trajectory of the Shadow Cat as it's going through the air, opens fire with her large and medium pulse laser simultaneously, shearing through the hip joint of the Shadow Cat, causing it to tumble forward. As it's doing so, Esme lines up a shot, fires with a Gauss rifle, misses, manages to adjust her aim a little bit to hit the torso of it as it's careening over with the PPC. Helmer swings in and lands in front of it as it kind of collides with the earth, lines up his medium pulse lasers and opens fire, melting through. and there's a very Mechwarrior 4-esque like stack pull effect as the Shadow Cat is taken out in one turn.
Nice. Alrighty. So, Jet had already moved. Back this way. Same with the champion. The adder I'm going to move last because they're shooting and then moving. 3. Seeing toxic jumping. Firefly. 6. That puts in range. 3. 2. One. And then adder. 4, 5, 6, 7. Long range, however.
She's got the weapons for it.
Yeah. See that one. Alrighty. So, thing the first is going to be an ER large laser at Helmer.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. That. So, boop. Helmer jumped. So
Correct.
that is going to be minus a 1.
Okay,
And
every
then
turn.
minus an additional 2.
Hello, y'all. How we getting one?
And then boop.
And a boop.
If it's
Oh, God.
stressed, oh no, I'm sorry. If I'm
She's
stressed, anxiety, I might, oh no.
Can
Ugh,
we both
sorry.
just agree to reroll?
I mean, yeah.
I'm-
You can
since I'm
spend
pres-
Helmer's edge
Yeah,
on that.
I'll spend his edge on that. Yeah.
Okay, hope
That's
you feel
only
better
fair
soon.
at this
That's
point.
not a fun time. Not fun to deal with.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a miss.
Okay, that's a better shot. That's a better contest than just a pair of snake eyes.
And then once again, this time with the UAC.
And feeling.
And a boop.
And a boop.
That's better. That's a hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Any extra damage? Yes, extra damage.
Oh.
So the first 2 damage goes
Uh-huh.
to the torso.
Okay.
The second 2 damage goes to the torso.
Okay.
And then and oh, hold on. There's one more shooting. There's the firefly. From its perch, it can see Helmer. Firefly there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna poke at Helmer with the emotional support LRM5.
Uh-huh.
It jumped, he jumped, and other than that, no real differences betwixt the two. So boop.
Mm-hmm.
So, boop. They are going to spend their 1 edge to reroll this and still miss. Okay,
Oh.
missiles go
Okay.
flying. No hits. And that brings us back up to the top of the initiative.
Kirka is going to simply radio. Good work. Continue. Continue west. And she is going to jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can she see the adder from here?
Yes, but they will get covered. I'll say they'll get heavy cover.
So a -2.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not going to take. She's not going to take those odds. Then. She's going to fire at the Firefly. It is 7 hexes away, so the only thing that she can shoot are her large pulse lasers, which she will do. So that's going to be a +1. She did jump. Firefly jumped. Firefly's movement 4, if I remember correctly.
I don't think mask counts as when you're jumping, and it's movement 3 actually.
Oh, it is
The
movement
Firefly.
3.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Yes, you had previously ruled that mask and jump jets are mutually exclusive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that had mask in this, the only thing that had mask was the Shadow Cat, and that is out of the picture. Firefly with mask would be kind of nasty, though. Can't lie.
Yeah, it would.
Maybe not this. Maybe not the. Which fucking one is this? The 3FB or 3F, 3F, 3FF, 3FF. But yeah, a Firefly. Anyway. So then it's just going to be a +1, so we're going to do this at a plus.
Oof. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Nasty. 7 damage to the right arm, which is absolutely worthless on the Firefly.
Oh.
Other than the fact that that's a lot of fucking damage, so it's probably going to transfer.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Oh,
gonna transfer.
I think most of it transfers, actually. If I remember, I still have like 3 health in the arm or something.
No,
Out of the 7.
Only 2 of it transfer out of the 7.
Oh,
Total of 5.
okay, so it was useful as a shield. Yeah, if I remember right, the only thing the right arm has in the Firefly is a dummy AMS. But yeah.
Left arm
Yep.
for the AMS.
Yeah, the AMS is on the left arm. The
Yeah.
right arm has a dummy AMS system.
Huh.
Fun fact. Anyway, that is going to be Kirika's turn then. Just taking a pot shot.
Who would like to go next?
We will just continue the slow and frustratingly steady advance. Because there's a lot of fire coming, and she still doesn't have line on Jack or shit.
Okay, I will jump here. And I don't think I can see anything, so that's probably my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? And
Helmer.
what's Helmer?
1, 2, 3. He's going to continue to be a 70-ton distraction. He's actually 4, 5, 6. He's in medium range of the Firefly, so he's actually going to take a pot shot at it as well. With the medium pulse lasers and his UAC 20. So, first things first is going to be the pulse lasers. He's merely elite.
They are... Wait, no. They used their... No, they didn't use theirs. I should
The
really...
Firefly?
Yeah. Oh, no, it was the Firefly
about to
that
say.
used theirs. Because, yeah, it was in that
Yeah.
initial...
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, they hit.
Okay. So then that is going to be 5 damage to the torso of the Firefly.
Okay, so how does this look?
Kirka's gonna open fire with the large pulse lasers. Seeing that the medium pulse lasers are just outside of the range bracket for her. And then she's gonna be rewarded with a small explosion as she severs the right arm of the Firefly. But on her readout, she sees that it's basically useless and swears under her breath. Helmer, seeing the target just kind of silently jumps up at an angle in front of Kirka and proceeds to line up his pulse lasers against the Firefly as well, and does essentially the same thing as he did with the Shadow Cats, just finishes it off in a clean stroke.
Alrighty. That way. Alrighty. So it is now top of the initiative order.
Yep, sorry. Just trying to clean some things up real quick. Because this is no longer relevant. And now we are going to continue in this direction.
And our standing orders are to continue west still?
That is a good question. Is Kirka changing her orders?
No, she's not.
Alright, well, Deanna's falling behind, so she is, at this point, going to hit the Go Baby Go button.
Understandable.
Because she has had enough of being caught on her own for one trip to this planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jet, who is going alongside her, is just thinking, what am I, chopped liver?
I'll jump here. Assuming I can't see anything though, so that'll be all.
Elmer's going to continue taking point. Look at this nice little formation we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Marauder 2 is jumping up. Shuffling. Shuffling. Right. Shuffling. Blackjack is jumping and standing on top of the building there. 6, and is going to attempt to take a shot at Helmer when it shoots.
Okay.
1, 3. 1, 3. Hawk is also jumping. And Raven is trying to stay sneaky. So shooting the first, Blackjack is aiming at Helmer. Once I find the right, there it is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medium range for all of the things, starting with the pair of AC tubes. That is that shooting level. Blackjack. Blackjack did jump. Helmer jumped as well, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Helmer is moved 3.
Uh-huh.
And we are in okay range bracket for the weapon. And a boop.
And a boop. Jesus Christ.
Blackjack is going to use its edge to force Helmer to reroll.
Understandable.
Aha!
There we go.
Hits.
There. All right. Give me your 4 damage.
Yeah.
Or whatever the
2
fuck.
damage.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Yeah, that's right. 1 damage per ping because UX. Because AC2s, not even UX.
Yeah. That is going to be to the right leg. 2 damage. Pink, pink.
The same one.
Yep.
All right.
They're not as splashy as Helmer usually is.
I know. And on top of that, Helmer hasn't been very splashy. Partially because he's just helping and scooping up the kills.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now is going to be the first set of 2 medium lasers going at Helmer. Boop. Yep, those are miss. And the second set of 2 medium. Also gonna miss.
Okay. This Blackjack gets the You Tried award.
Yup. Yup.
Oof.
The champion
Mm-hmm.
is actually going to take a shot at Esme, because they are the closest target, and on a roof. 5, that's going to be medium range. That one? That one is dead. Oh. That one. Still
Terrible
very
defense.
bad for the shoot thing. Okay. That's gonna be a -3 because they didn't jump. Esme did jump,
Yeah.
and -2 for range bracket. Yeah, that's a miss. And now it's going to be a pair of medium lasers.
$11.
They are going to read that. And did even worse. They're gonna.
Oh no.
And that is all they are doing because they don't want to get spicy.
Understandable.
Okay.
Now the Blackhawk is also going to be firing at Esme, as that is the target. 4. They, however, are in short range. Ooh, they have a decent set of things they can fire. So they're going to start with 4 medium pulse lasers. And Blackhawk is it's going to be +1 in total, taking into the fact that you jumped. And you rolled a 15 on that, and they rolled higher. So you are going to be taking 8 damage.
Esme, I would recommend burning an edge
I'm going to.
on. Yeah.
Uh-huh. What did you bullshit?
I rolled a 16 in total.
Yeah, and remember that you can just re-roll your 1.
Oh
and
wait,
keep-
that's right.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll my 1 then.
Good call.
Okay.
No!
Oh no!
Into a 1. So you will be taking 8 damage to the torso.
Ouch.
Of course.
Um,
Hold on.
Now they are going to fire 3 medium lasers. You jumped, so boop. I'll
3.
click
Did I
that.
typo?
Did you typo what?
I thought the Black Haku Prime had 4 medium lasers. I might have typoed that.
There's 2 sets of 3 medium lasers. Listed.
Oh, got it. That's right.
And then,
that's right.
Yeah, and then the 4 medium.
That's right.
So 3 medium pulse lasers, 3 medium lasers coming out of the left arm.
That's right. Fucking disgusting.
Hold on, I'm still trying to get my cooperate real fast.
Yeah, no worries. They are actually going to utilize their edge to roll that anyway. Well, no, actually, hold on. I'll wait for you.
Okay. The 8 damage. Okay. And then
Yeah, they're gonna roll. And still miss. And then the last thing they're gonna fire is a pair of small lasers, actually. Because they can.
11.
And those hit. Boop. You are going to take 2 damage to the torso. Alrighty, and that is all of the firing that... Hold on, maybe not.
That's exactly my armor, so
Okay, so it any more torso shots are going to be potential crits.
uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, nope. That's everything for them. Kirka.
Okay. This is the opportunity she was looking for. She is going to open up comms. All units jackknife converge on the Blackhawk and champion. Primary target, Blackhawk. And she is going to not jump. Actually, let me redo that move. Boom, boom, boom. Because she wants to encroach on this Blackhawk and ruin its fucking day.
That's fair.
And because she did not jump, she has the heat capacity to Alpha Strike, and that is exactly what she's going to do. So first, large pulse lasers. It's movement 3. Neither of them jumped. So that is going to be a plus 14. Right? Right. Yes, right.
That hit.
7 damage to the torso.
Roll to see for crit.
It does.
Boop. And the bottom. And roll your d6.
4.
Gyro damage. -2 pounds.
Oof, okay. Next, medium pulse lasers. Brrr. There's no hope.
Yeah, you're gonna hit.
5 more damage to the torso.
Roll for crit.
No crit this time. Lastly, your small lasers.
Yep. Those hit.
5 more damage. To the right arm. Come on. Can I burn a plot point? To...
No, that's not how those work.
No! Okay, fine. Dang it! Alright. Just 5 damage to the right arm then.
You already outclass all of the opposing pilots.
Yeah. I outclass almost anyone except for fucking Morgan Kell himself. But no, I understand. That's just... I just feel cock-teased, you know? I could have bored straight through the torso of this Blackhawk. Instead, the small lasers just had to go for the right arm. It's okay. I already did more than enough damage. I was just getting greedy.
Alrighty, and I'm assuming that's everything that you are doing.
That it.
Who would like to activate next?
Um,
Oh, sorry. Is there more? I thought that was the last of your weapon.
that is the last of my weapons, but I'm also tempted to just kick the thing. But I'm not going to, because there's no chance of those hitting the torso. So no, I'm good. I'm good.
That is fair, and yep, let's just keep the order going. Wheel around and let's see what we can bury into this Blackhawk. Same as usual, just the sets of big guns. What's the speed on that thing?
3.
So even speed, short range. Let's party.
Okay, that is what I thought.
You hit.
Go ahead and finish that out, and then I have a small amendment that I'm going to need to make.
Wait, what the fuck?
But you
No,
hit.
not to me, not to me. It's actually to the Blackhawk. It has jump jets, and I forgot to put those in there on the character sheet for it. I wasn't sure, but now that I'm seeing it.
No, I was
Wow.
confused why you said I hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah, you hit.
I know. Shocker.
This one, for whatever reason, doesn't have jump jets on.
I'm just curious how you knew I hit, given that he's the DM. But
No, because he said that. He
Oh.
said you hit, and then I
Yeah.
was like, hold on, like, once you resolve that.
torso.
Yeah. Okay. So how does this look?
Yeah, as this poor thing is getting ravaged by the Beetle, and Deanna gets the order, wheels around the corner, snaps off a shot, and buries clean through the part that the small lasers couldn't. Like, just follows that first big gash in. And
Hell yeah.
given that that's like 10 damage coming in, I'm pretty sure it does actually go out the back.
Oh, 100%. There was
Oh.
one internal structure left
Oh god!
on the
Fucking god!
Oh yeah, that poor thing just got death Comsard.
Like,
Oh.
yeah, you were that close to coring it out.
I know I was close. That's why I'm grumpy.
And sad time, that does not go on the list of assists because this is a simulated battle.
Eh?
Uh-huh.
Alrighty. Esme.
Okay.
It's, you're up.
Okay. Sorry, I'm checking a thing.
Yep, no worries.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see, the champion. They.
Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't jump, right? Or okay.
Nope.
Champion cannot
Champion
jump.
did not jump.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I'm going to use the Gauss and my 2 medium pulse lasers on the champion.
Are you planning on jumping this?
No, I'm gonna move after and just drop down off the building.
Yep. No, I was just because you can still jump if you're moving after. I just want to make sure so that we get all the calculations right.
Okay.
You
But
can-
you're not jumping, so
I can also recommend that you move in to point. Oh yeah, no, you want to be in short.
Yeah.
No, you're in medium right now.
yeah,
so-
you're in medium.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted, you can move to here, right next to Deanna, just straight to your right,
Yeah.
and then you would be in short range if you wanted. You don't have to, just making a recommendation for positioning.
I guess I can do that without jumping. It's more of just like I'm completely open on my CT already, so.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
entirely fair.
Yeah.
That is entirely fair.
Mhm.
And also, which also means getting off the buildings is going to be a good move for you too.
Uh-huh.
So better to do that sooner than later.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
if you
I was thinking of shooting and then just dropping off the backside of the building. That's what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see. I mean, this
Uh-huh.
would work too because if you're in close enough range, you should be able to kill the champion, or at least damage it badly enough that you'd be safe, because it's got other worries right now.
Okay. I mean, I could try. I'll move here. I don't have to jump to go. Or, I mean,
Yeah, you can drop off.
I want to go here.
Yep.
3, yeah. I'm still in the short
Yep.
range there.
Yes.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
I'll use the medium pulse lasers on my Gauss.
All right.
Start with the Gauss.
And on the off chance it survives, it does still have a gargoyle and a Helmer to contend with.
Mm-hmm.
A Helmeter.
You know, unless Helmer wants to go pick on birds of smaller feathers.
Nope,
Yeah.
he's going to stick with the orders.
What's the movement of the champion? Is that 3 also?
3.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. 20.
Yep, you hit.
And a 9.
That is the left leg for how much damage?
5 damage.
Yeah, you. This was with the Gauss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tear the armor. The like slug that comes out just ruins the armor on the left leg of that man.
Okay. And then here is one of the one of the medium pulse lasers. We'll get this. That's also a 20
Yep. That hits.
and 5.
That is the right leg. How much damage?
It's 5 damage.
Yeah, so same thing. This is with the PVC, so yeah, it just kind of melts away.
Pulse
As
lasers.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pulse.
Or
lasers.
pulse lasers.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Okay. And then the last pulse lasers. Is 18.
That's a hit.
Okay. 7.
That's the torso.
5 damage. Okay.
Nasty fucking
Yeah.
shots.
And that's 5 damage.
Oh, yep.
Roll to see if you crit.
1d6 or 2?
2d6.
2d6 to determine. Yeah.
11.
You crit. Now is when you get to roll, and that was a torso shot. Now is when you get to roll 1d6.
Okay. 3.
And that's a 3. Gyro. A lot of gyro today.
Yeah. Unfucking lucky. For them.
Yes.
I haven't had one of those in a long time. Euros are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Alrighty. So what is Helmer doing?
Helmer, is going to do a heckin' jumpy. 4 hexes away, so he's in short range. So he's going to do what he's been doing, fire off with his pulse lasers UAC 20 and see if the streak SRM goes off.
Okay.
So he's in short range, so the medium pulse lasers are actually going to get a +2, and he has a +1 because he jumped. So now he gets a good... Oh my fucking god. Let me actually do that properly because I'm a dummy. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that hit.
Alright, and that is going to be 5 damage to the left arm.
5 to the left arm of the champion.
Fucking... Poor
Okay,
thing.
Roll for crit.
Picking this thing apart. No crit.
No crit.
Yeah, no, it
All
would
right.
be. It would be a very Helmer flex to only roll 1 die and still hit anyway.
I hate that you're right. Anyway, so now it's going to be a +10 for the Ultra AC 20 as the large caliber weapon in the right arm roars to life.
Yep, you hit.
Okay, and now we get 3 extra damage dice. So that is 1 extra damage, no extra damage, and 1 extra damage. No. Alright, so the main chunk of 7 damage is going to go to the torso.
Okay, well, roll to see where the other ones land.
Another torso for 1 more, and another torso.
The one time that Helmer decides he doesn't want to go to the pool.
Yeah, for fucking real. He just... So this one is even funnier, because Esme jumps down, rips the armor off the legs, and opens up the torso. Helmer jumps down, fires off with the medium pulse lasers first, and it just kind of hits the left arm. So he takes the opportunity to ground himself, again after jumping, and aim with the UAC 20. And the first couple of shots go over the champion, but he angles the cannon down, and the thing just gets ripped apart by a burst of heavy cannon fire.
Alrighty. And Jet, with no target to shoot at, just keys up comms. Continuing west.
Neg. My nose.
So yeah, this is actually a perfect spot for a pinch of roleplay mid-combat. Star Captain,
F.
we have large targets coming from the west.
I am aware.
They will flank us if we do not stall them.
I am intending that.
And yeah, he continued his movement anyway. So he'll get a reprimand later.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Alrighty, and the Raven. Moving on that way for some reason. The Phoenix Hawk is going to jumpy and land there. Blackjack is going to jumpy and land there. The Adder is going to move this way. Hunchback's way. Sunder's going that way. Ryan is going down. And Marauder 2 is just moving 1. Because Marauder 2 is slow.
Uh-huh.
The Phoenix Hawk. This book.
Yeah, it's actually in the book. Crazy.
The one mech out of this combat that's actually in the book. Well, I guess the adder is technically, but not this loadout. Phoenix Hawk is going to fire at you, Kirka, since you are in short range. You walketed.
I did.
And it is going to, since he jumped, and he doesn't want him to make himself too much of a spicy boy, is going to fire medium lasers at you. A pair of them.
Okay.
Bad. But slightly better because you didn't jump. Boop.
And a boop.
The Phoenix Hawk is going to use their edge to have you reroll your 6. And that turns it into a hit.
Okay.
And you are going to take 4 damage to the torso.
Okie
And then they're going to fire their emotional support machine guns at you.
13 gold bra.
Boop. The emotional support machine guns are going to miss. Or Blackjack is also going to shoot at Kirka.
Okay.
They jump at Eden. They're going to start with their AC2s. And that is for range. Okay. Nine. Oh, they're rolling on an 8. You are faster than they are. Boop. You take 2 damage
Oh no. Anyway.
to the left leg. And they are now going to fire off their first pair of lasers at you.
Oh no. The actual weapons.
Yeah. And a boop.
And a boop.
Those are going to hit. You're going to take 4 damage to the left arm. And their second set of medium lasers. A boop.
And a boop.
Yeah, those are going to miss.
Give this Blackjack a fucking pool noodle. This dude is splashing around.
Okay, yeah. And that is all of their turn.
Okay. Kirka is going to very quickly just draw a line down them. Like, I could draw that straighter than that. Let's try to draw a little straighter than I am, okay? Or not.
9.
Okay, cool. Wonderful.
Serpent.
Pretend that's going in a straight fucking line. God damn it.
We can zigzag.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
straight enough.
Ugh. All right, yeah.
I mean, in fairness, it is straighter than you are.
Shut up.
Yes.
Oh my god. Anyway, so with that, proceed south down this road. Primary targets in order: Raven, Phoenix Hawk, Blackjack. And she did not jump, so she can Alpha Strike on this Raven and ruin its fucking day.
Oh,
And she is in short range, so she is going to fire off with the large pulse lasers. Kerpew.
The 3L, that was the like special version, was it not?
Yeah, that's like the standard Raven, the one with the ECM and such.
Okay, yeah.
having a good day. I'm
Um,
doing okay.
All right.
Doing okay.
You.
think so, yeah.
And boop. Yep, that's a hit.
Okay, 7 damage. Going to the torso. Ouch.
Ooh.
Alrighty, roll to see if you crit.
What was that?
Roll
So
to see if
that's
you crit.
gotta be close to dead, and he said roll for crit.
Yeah. No crit.
Okay.
Alright, and then we're gonna do the medium pulse lasers, and I hope they hit the torso.
Yep, they hit.
And that is 5 damage to the torso, and that is a dead Raven.
Oh.
Thus the Raven, nevermore.
Quote the Raven. And that is the turn.
Alrighty, who would like to go next?
Let's keep her going. Scoot down here and light up that Phoenix Hawk.
I will say it will have light cover considering the angle you'd be shooting at. There's like a kind of a building in the way. You can see it, you can shoot at it, but just the angle's bad.
Okay. Would here be better?
I'm gonna say because like
It's okay to say no.
Just
I'm-
because it's against the back edge of the building.
yeah, I'm gonna say no considering how much of like this building
Okay.
would be in the way as well.
Speed, movement, so on and so forth.
Phoenix Hawk is 3 and it jumps.
Okay, so technically 4 minus 1. Minus 2 for cover, medium range. And same old volley. PPC's coming in.
They hit.
They hit the right arm.
Ouch.
And that's 10 to the right. Yeah.
That is 10.
That's the good arm on a Phoenix Hawk. Oof.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's not even critical, or did it just blow the thing clean off?
It blew the arm out.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the arm's gone.
A Phoenix Hawk has 3 armor and 2 structure in the arm.
Ouch! And
Yeah, so one PPC blew off the arm and the other one splashed into the shoulder joint of the torso.
And the LB10.
Misses.
I figured with a roll like that, but with the big boys coming, it's not worth wasting edge just yet. That is me.
Alrighty, Esme.
Okay. I'm going to jump here and shoot at the Phoenix Hawk.
Yep, okay. That is in medium range.
I'll use the Gauss and the PPC.
Okie dokie.
And then you said that that one jumped.
Yep.
Okay. This a 14.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. The PPC is a 17.
Where does the first shot hit?
Oh,
Gotta
wait.
do location first.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, your first shot hit. We gotta
Oh wait.
do location.
Oh! I thought you said it missed. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
That one
Okay.
hit.
There it is. That's 6.
Oof, torso shot.
Yep. How much damage?
5.
Roll to see if you crit.
7.
You do not crit.
Okay.
Barely.
And then this is gonna be your PPC.
Yeah, then PPC. $18.
Hits.
10.
That's a leg.
And that's
That's the
also
other arm.
5.
Oh no, that's the other arm. So yeah, you blew the other arm off of it.
Okay, nice. Alright, well, that's my turn then.
You gotta take your caps off.
Alrighty, what is Helmer doing?
Helmer is going to continue his weird obsession with making himself a big presentable target, and he is also going to target the Phoenix Hawk and probably kill the damn thing, knowing his luck so far. So same thing, medium pulse lasers, you whack 20, see if the streak S run goes off. He did jump. So he's at a +2, so that is going to be an 11. Pew pew pew.
That's gonna hit.
All right, 5 damage to the left arm, which transmits into the torso, which should kill the fucking Phoenix Hawk. So he does it again. This is the third mech he's killed in this fashion. He's being a very good cleanup boy.
Some old
Alright.
friends I used to play Borderlands with and hated Mordecai would call him a kill-stealing fuckbird.
Oh my god, that fits so well with Helmer.
Yeah. Alrighty, Blackjack. Ooh. It's jumping. Adder is also moving back. Orion moving forward. Hunchback is moving forward. Thunder is moving forward. Marauder is frontling forward. No shots this turn. Kirka, top of the initiative.
Top of the initiative. She's gonna pause for a moment to kind of take account of the situation. She sees that since Jet messed up, he now has to play catch up a little bit. And is beginning to like the odds at this point. So she is going to state continue moving southward. When you get to the next intersection along that route, turn west. And she is going to draw out a little diagram for the star, which is going to look roughly like this. Oh, sure, that part came out straight. Helmer, Esme, up on the building tops with me. Deanna, Jet, try to link up. All right. And then once that information is relayed, and the app decides, the program decides to catch back up with me, so that I can just move. Why are you frozen? Oh.
Why are you being a jerk, program? Jeez.
Why are you... Stop being a jerk, gosh. I'm just trying to play a game. Oh. Oh my fucking god, I think it crashed on me.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, Rutro indeed. Yeah, no, it's not even coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna... Alrighty. Stand by.
Yep, no worries.
Dude, you're playing with my heart. How about that? That's not what I wanted from you. There. And we're gonna launch.
Oh wow, yeah. It was you that buggered up the works for everybody. Because mine's not doing the freezing thing anymore.
Jeez.
Aw.
I'm so annoyed. And then we're gonna connect. And then I'm gonna ready up. And then hopefully pop right back. And okay, it's responding to me again. Hooray, hooray, hooray! Okay. Character's gonna jump. And primary targets, Blackjack, Hunchback. And then she's going to open fire. She is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medium range of the Blackjack, so she's going to fire with her pulse lasers.
Oh, yep.
Did the Blackjack jump?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So it's going to be a plus 15 instead of a plus 16. Okay.
Yep, that hits.
Alright, and that's going to be 7 damage to the right leg.
Roll to see for crit.
No crit. And then we are going to fire the medium pulse lasers.
Those hit.
Okie dokie. And that is going to hit the left leg for 5 damage.
Okay.
And that is her turn.
Alrighty. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, we'll just keep it going. Roll down here, take up a post behind the corner. This time the cover is intentional, and just light up the Blackjack.
Yeah.
So long range cover. What's its speed?
2, but it jumped. So effectively 3.
2, but it jumps, so it's even.
Yeah.
Even, -3 for range. Or -3 because of Wait, no, stop it. Brain. Even movement. Range is already factored in the way I do it on the sheets. -1 for cover. PPC's away.
They miss.
You got an
I'm
edge,
gonna
bud.
reroll the 1.
There we go.
Because the big boys are now starting to get uncomfortably close.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. Yep, hit.
That's the left arm.
That's with which the
PPC's, that's 10.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming that arm is gone.
Yep, the arm's gone.
And the LD10.
Misses.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste a reroll on that. Alright, next.
Alrighty, Esme.
Okay. I'm gonna just jump here, and I'll out of range, so that'll be all.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Jet's gonna kind of move around the building. 7, 8, and take aim at the hunchback. Hunchback is speed 2. So that's going to be a +1 on this. So 9 in total. And boop. Hunchback is not much. Okay, so the hunchback gets hit with a pair of ERPPCs.
Oof.
Jet's primary weapon. Okay. It's going to be in the torso.
That's still
which-
brutal.
That's
Mhm.
going to delete the hunchback.
Oh.
Amazing.
So yeah, what everybody sees as Jet kind of goes around the corner, levels both of his arms towards the hunchback, and just lets loose. And as he's doing it, he just kind of quietly says over open comm, "I wasn't out of position." And now it's their turn. So Hunchback is going to bravely advance to the rear. Adder gonna kind of swing around a little bit. Marauder 2 is gonna take a step forward. Ryan is gonna snuggle up the building. And Thunder is also going to kind of trundle forward a little bit. And
I cannot see the Marauder 2. Do you mind refreshing it real quick? There it is. Thank you.
I don't know why
I
it
couldn't see
wasn't
it
visible.
either.
It
Yeah.
was until it wasn't, and it was very strange.
This is weird.
8. Is no, the blackjack is not gonna bother firing yet. They've kind of done their job. And that brings us back to the top of the initiative. So,
Okay.
Kirka.
She is going to call out the Sunder as primary target. And she is going to... She's actually going to walk along the top of the building here in order to get a good shot at the Sunder so she can Alpha Strike.
Oh, legally?
So then it is movement 2. She's movement 3, so that's going to be a +1, so that is going to be a 15 on the pulse lasers. Alright, large pulse lasers first. Pew pew pew.
They hit.
7 damage, going to the torso.
Okay.
Alright, next are the medium pulse lasers. Pew pew pew.
Boop. Yep, they hit.
And that is going to be 5 more damage coming to the torso.
Okay.
And then it is a 13 for the ER small lasers. Kapew.
Also hit.
Okay, and that is going to be 5 damage to the right arm. Fucking A. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that is gonna, and that is her turn.
Alrighty, who would like to go next?
We'll keep her going. Deanna's gonna roll. Yeah, we'll roll up to this corner and take shots on that Sunder. Speed?
2.
Alright, +1, -1 for cover, ought to even out. So just a straight up shot at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Long range. PPC's away.
They miss.
No, I'll save it.
I don't know. Sunders are pretty mean.
You think?
Yeah, I do. I made the chart.
All right. Okay. I will re-roll the 2 and I guess rely on you guys to save me if shit goes really, really wrong. Let's get close.
Good roll.
Still misses.
Damn it! Oh well.
I saw that coming when I only beat it by 1.
Oof.
And LB10 away.
Also misses.
Okay. Well, that's a bunch of disappointment.
I mean, that does happen sometimes.
Unfortunately.
Alrighty, Esme.
Okay, I'm gonna jump here and use my DOS and PPC on the Thunder.
Oh, lead open.
Take offs. What is the movement?
Their movement 2.
2. Okay, and then I also jumped. So that's 2. Counteracts the long range. 15.
That is... You know what? They're going to reroll that. Because they haven't used their edge yet.
Hmm.
Once the app catches up to me.
Oh no.
Oh.
Once the app catches up to me.
Oh.
Why are you being difficult today, program? Why are you being an asshole? It's been like forever and a day since you've been this fucking temperamental. Give me a second. What? Do it this way. Jerk. No. Don't want to be there. Force you to end task. Start again. Next. Ready. Shot. Update view.
Oh,
no. Fuck's sakes.
No.
Alrighty, I do not remember what exact state this was all in. Because I don't want to deal with having to remember all of that and go through the
Hold on.
go back through this.
Hold on. I might have a solution.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We'll see. I
You're giggling. You're thinking what I'm thinking.
thought what you thought, and it fucking worked. Okay. Thankfully, because Anna is also streaming this and had everything zoomed in on the action, we can see exactly where everyone is. So first things first, Kirka is right here. Helmer is right there. Esme is right there. Deanna is right there. Jet is right there. I'm just gonna mark them. The Orion is right here. Let me ping that a little more clearly if I can. Yep, perfect. Yep. The adder is back here last I saw.
Yeah. I remember
But
that.
let's see. Is it?
Blackjack is here.
Uh-huh. Everything
The-
else is correct.
Hold on.
Unless those were
So
the moves that you
actually-
intended to make.
Give me a second. You're still... Stop going around in circles, please.
Okay.
I want to try and reduce the amount of memory that this is using so that
Yeah.
it doesn't screw up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This one did move different, though. So I'm just going to put the adder right there, because I remember I was doing something specific with that.
Okay.
Alright, and Helmer, you're going to probably need to put him where he was.
He's actually exactly where he was. It's only the NPCs in Kirka that seem to be misplaced. Or rather, the
There are
enemy
two Helmer
NPCs.
right now.
The what?
But there are two of Helmer on my screen
Yeah, I
right
also
now.
see two Helmer.
I only see the one that I had to put back on there.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I see the one up here. The one to the north is incorrect. That one can be deleted.
Well, I don't have the other one on my screen,
oh,
is
bizarre.
what I'm telling you. I only have the
Oh.
one that I had placed.
Oh.
Okay, I see. Well, there we go.
Okay.
Then he should be where he's supposed to go now.
Yeah.
That is weird. Yeah.
Was odd.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's Esme's. Or okay. Previous game, Esme
Oh,
just
He
shot.
lost Puppy 985. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Yes. No.
Oh, what was
And
I? I rolled a 15.
And that was your second shot, or your first?
I think that was the first one. That was the that was the Goss.
Okay, and you're aiming at the sun.
The Sunder. Yeah.
Okay,
you
yeah,
roll.
there it is. Yeah.
And you said you
Well,
rolled
thank you
a
for the
15.
follow, Lost Puppy. Welcome to
hits.
the chaos. That one missed. Okay.
No, it hit.
Hit.
Oh, it hit. Okay. I don't know why I. Okay. A 3.
That's to the right arm. For how much damage?
5.
Okay. Next shot.
Okay. Hit.
Hit.
Okay. 10. That's also 5 damage.
Left arm. Okay.
Okay. That's my move.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And what is Helmer doing?
Okay, Helmer is going to jumpy in short range of the Sunder, and he is going to do the Helmer special. So first things first, the medium pulse lasers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. Wow, okay, plus 13. Go off, King.
It's gonna be a hit. Can you laser pointer the square you moved Helmer to? Because it moved the one that I don't see.
Weird. Right here. Yes.
Yeah, you may have to move him twice. Because, like I said, you're moving one that I can't see.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that moving forward, just to make life easier. And then let me clear out this box as well. That it drew for some silly reason. Anyway, so the medium pulse lasers are hitting the right arm for 5 damage.
Okay, right arm goes away.
Okay, bye, right arm. That's the one with the LBX in it, if I remember correctly. So now he's going to fire the Ultra AC 20, which he is doing at a +2 instead of a +4.
And that hits.
All right, so now we roll extra damage. No. No. And no. Fuck you, dice. All right, 7 damage is going into the torso.
Okay, how does this look?
This looks like Helmer opening fire with... Jumping in, opening fire with the medium pulse lasers, shearing off the right arm, and then opening fire with the UAC 20. Just a single burst that goes... Well, the main burst just goes straight through the torso. He fires again just to make extra sure, but that one whiffs as the Sunder topples over onto the severed stump of its right arm.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Just gonna move forward. Doesn't have line of sight on anybody. Now, the Orion. Boop, boop, boop. He's gonna move that way. Oh, no. Hold on. That's one too many moves. Marauder 2. Gonna jump up that way.
Why did this to me? I made my
Boop.
mistakes.
Adder is moving that way. Blackjack is useless and moving away. Orion is going to shoot at Esme. Hold on. Okay, so Orion is going to shoot their AC 10 at Helmer and their LRM 15 at Esme. So AC 10 first at Helmer.
Okie dokie.
A shitty shot. Helmer jumped, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, Brandon. Hello, how are you doing? Hi.
Yeah, there's no way they can hit. And now the LRM 15 at Esme.
Okay. What's their movement?
You don't have to worry about that on defense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And did you jump?
Yeah.
Okay. There goes the shooting. And a boop. They are going to spend their edge and have you re-roll your 6.
Or
Yeah, it didn't help. So yeah, they still miss. And that's them. The Marauder 2.
okay.
5, 6, 7.
Got more manga to
that's
read. Oh,
one.
nice. What did you get?
And they are just going to fire off their ERPG at Kirka.
Okie dokie.
Got you
Then
first box
you
for
are
Pokemon
two
Adventures.
faster,
Oh, nice.
You walk,
Aw,
right?
that sounds
Correct.
fun.
No, it's actually just a difference of 1 because they jump.
Mm.
And boop.
And a boo.
Yeah, they miss. Alrighty, and yeah, that's everything that the NPCs are doing.
Okie dokie.
That's so much fun reading it. Oh, I see.
So you're simply going to call out Orion,
Still just as good, nice.
and
Yeah, it's
she
not
is
one I've ever
going
read.
to
Or I've never read that one.
one, two, actually no. She is going to move this way because she is going to start targeting the Marauder 2. And that is 6 hexes away. That is medium range. So she's going to fire her. Let's see. She jumped. She's going to fire her large and medium pulse lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So the large pulse lasers first. This is going to be absurd.
What's your bonus?
That's what I'm working on right now. Plus
It-
3 plus.
If your bonus is more than plus 11, just roll 2d6 to see if you get snake eyes.
It is more than 2d6. So. Fucking okay.
Yeah, you
Really
hit.
tried. All right, so that is going to be 7 damage to the left leg.
Mhm.
And then it is going to. And then the medium pulse lasers is a plus 13. Really fucking. Okay.
Yep, you hit.
The dice are like, okay, we don't need to work. And that is going to the left arm.
For how much?
5 damage. And that concludes her turn.
Yeah.
Alright, you would
Oh,
like to go
hello,
next?
Chris. How are you doing on YouTube? Welcome.
Yeah, we'll just keep it going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, could I ask you to do the refresh screen thing? I've got a lot of like extra dots and lines and things.
View has been up here. I'll force send map. That's as best as I can do.
I got rid of everything but an extra jet. I'll take it. Alright, as she will come up here and open fire on the Orion. You said speed 2?
Yep.
And 5, so that should be medium range. Twin Hellfire inbound.
Hold on. You hit.
That's a torso.
For 10, I'm assuming.
410.
And that's in the Orion.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh wow, it survived. I'll take it.
Yeah, the Orion is like one of the chunk. It is super chunky.
And here comes the LB-10.
Also hit.
First thing it hits all night. I'll take it. Also the torso, which is 4 more.
4 more. Roll to see if you crit. You crit. Roll your d6 while I scroll down.
That's another gyro hit tonight.
Okay. If that's everything you have, Esme?
Okay. Oh wait. It's not wanting to let me interact. Okay.
Yeah, it's frozen on my end too.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, now I can move, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump here.
Mhm.
And I'll use the Gauss and PPC on the Orion.
Yep.
No crash?
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
so. Hopefully
apparently
not.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
As
Yeah.
soon as there was mention of freeze, I took a screenshot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm in a lot closer. Oh wait, actually, hold on a second.
You're in short range right now from the Orion.
Okay, I will use my. I'll use my pulse laser stun, actually, and my Gauss.
Okay, what are you firing first?
I'll start with the Gauss.
Okay.
That is. Their movement's 2.
Movement 2.
Okay. So then that should 12 with the jump. So this is the Gauss, is 15.
Hits.
Okay. 7.
That's gonna be the torso for
5 damage.
5 damage. Roll to see if you crit.
6.
No crit.
Okay.
You're looking for an 8 or higher.
Oh, okay. All right. And then one of the pulse lasers. This 18.
Hits.
Okay. 9.
That is left leg. For how much?
5.
5. Roll to see if you crit.
It's a 10.
That is a crit. And that is a leg crit. And roll 1d6.
6.
6. -1. As you hit one of the servos in the leg.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
All right. And then the last pulse laser is this 19.
Hits.
That's a 7.
That is torso. How much?
5.
Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't matter because that kills it.
Oh.
This one.
Oh, okay. I guess as everyone's kind of shooting at the Orion, Esme just kind of swoops in and tears the remainder of it apart, picking off the legs and stuff, and lands the hit in the torso, melting it, and that falls to the ground.
Alrighty. So that would be Helmer being up next. What is Helmer doing?
All right. The call is going to go out for the Marauder 2 from Kirka. Basically, as soon as the Orion goes down, and Helmer is going to follow suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did Jumpy, and now he's going to give the Marauder 2 the Helmer special.
Okay. Move the second Helmer to where you move him, please.
Got it. I'm sorry. If it'll let me, there, give me the authority to.
You should have the authority to move it.
I should.
It is
It's
like
being-
just use your laser pointer to
Yes.
point at the hex.
Yeah, this one
Okay. It's being
is being
fucky.
finicky.
Yeah. I tried
Yeah.
to move it. It'll move in a second. You can stop with the laser pointer.
Okay. Copy.
There we go.
There it is. There it goes. Okay. So that puts him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in medium range. So he's going to fire off with the medium pulse lasers first. And he's going to get a +2 out of the deal. Math. Fucking name.
Yeah, you hit.
Those pulse lasers are fucking lethal on it tonight. That is going 5 damage into the right arm of that Marauder 2.
Okay.
And then the UAC 20 is next, and that is going off on his regular roll. Hurt.
Hits.
Okay, we determine extra damage. No. 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 Fuck you, dice.
Oh no.
Alright, 7 damage is going to the right arm.
Okay. Roll to see if you crit.
Uh-huh. No crit.
Nope.
And then, yeah, he's going to take a crack at the Streak SRM-6 as well. See if that pops off.
It's gonna hit.
Oh, neat. Okay. So that is going to be 4 damage to the right arm. He is laser focused on that arm.
Oh, good for the arm. Okay.
All right, and that is going to conclude his turn, and he is now overheated by 1.
Okay. Jed is gonna move, but he doesn't have a good shot on anything considering the position of Marauder.
And laser focus, exactly, yes.
The Marauder 2 gonna jump forward 1. shoot. I need to see first before I finalize that. They might not be. Okay, no, they're moving there. Alrighty, and then the blackjack is yeeting themselves out of the combat tournament. They are useless. Adder first
Okay,
is
bye.
gonna unload everything into Kirka's back once the program catches up. I think part of it is doing like multiple things, like multiple people doing things at the same time, like messing with the like laser pointer while people are moving, stuff like that.
It could be. I am trying to keep my messing around to a minimum. But yeah. Anyways.
I'm
once again.
yeah, I'm unable to do. I'll just basically roll with actual dice until it catches up again.
I can do the same. Oh. Crap. 2 dice out of my fishbowl here.
Well, knowing my luck, it'll be fixed by the time I'm done all of these actions. So, thing the first, they are going to fire their UAC 5 at your back.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your piloting roll?
That is going to come out to a 20.
And that's going to be a miss. They're going to try with their streak 2s now.
Okay. Also a 20.
Oh.
Yep, that's going to miss. I guess the flamer next. Yeah, the flamer next. No, actually, the ER large laser.
Hmm.
That's a better option.
I agree.
And your piloting roll?
Okay, this one is a 14.
This one's actually going to hit.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
Oh, hey, look at that. Things caught up.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that hit goes to the torso for
Okay.
4 damage.
And there is 1 pip of armor left in the torso. No, I'm sorry. That is- That's the summoner. The Timby is over here.
Yeah,
It is not. It's not that dire for the Timby. Anyway, Marauder 2.
The Marauder 2 is now going to be firing at Kirka.
Okay. Let's see.
Ooh, I grabbed the right tab. So they jumped, you jumped, you are 2 faster than they are. Five and medium range. They are going to fire off with their pair of ERPPC.
Okie dokie.
Boop. Yep, they're gonna miss, and that is all they are doing. And yep, that brings it back up to your turn, Kirka.
Because this is Olivia that's in that adder, Kirka's not going to take getting shot in the back lying down. I could make a joke here, but I'm not going to. So she is going to wheel around and wordlessly activate her jump jets and spin, landing on this building and then opening fire on the adder with both sets of pulse lasers.
Okay.
So the adder is movement 3. It's going to be a +1 because she jumped, so it's going to be a +4. So it's going to be a +15 for both. Large pulse lasers first. Kapew.
Yep, they hit.
And that is going to be 7 damage to the torso.
Roll to see if you crit.
I do, barely.
Okay, and roll your d6.
5.
Engine shielding.
Oh no. Alright, and then the medium pulse lasers are going to go off next.
So it's gonna hit.
And that is going to be 5 more damage coming onto the torso.
And how does that?
Almost graceful. As, Kirka just wordlessly fires off the jump jets up and turns. And just fires both of the pulse lasers, going essentially straight through the hood of the adder and boring straight into the engine shielding, causing the simulated reactor to flash out. And then in her pod, Olivia is kind of shocked for a moment when she sees the notification that she was destroyed, and then she's gonna kind of slump back in her chair and just kind of quietly laugh to herself. And that is the turn.
Alrighty. I'm assuming you're going next, Deanna?
Yep. And she is once again going to hit the go baby go button to shoot down here, which puts her at the edge of long range against the Marauder.
You'd be back one. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not.
Oh, trust me, I've been doing this math carefully since the start of Kirka's turn. It's like, okay, I can go up the intersection and then I have all the fucking buildings in the way. Or I can roll around and get rid of the adder if she's gonna focus on the Marauder.
And then that happened, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this works.
Yep. Move one and it jumped, or did it jump last turn?
Well, it did jump last turn. Yeah.
Okay, so it is moved 2. That would be +9. PPC's inbound.
They hit.
That's the right arm.
Okay. And your next shot.
Yep. Which is going to be the LB. No happy.
That's going to miss.
I figured when I saw how piss poor that roll was.
I mean, you still could have hit.
Fair.
Alrighty, so, Esme.
Okay. I'm going to jump here.
Okay.
And then have a +1 heat from last time, so I'm going to use one of my medium pulse lasers and my Gauss this time.
Did you take that into consideration when you moved? Because when you have heat, -1. So if you only move 2, it's fine.
Yeah, I only moved
I just
2.
want to make sure.
Yeah, I only
Okay,
moved
yeah.
2. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. And yeah. One medium pulse laser and the Gauss. And I'll start with the Gauss.
Okey-dokey.
Oh, if this will... if the app lets me.
Don't click multiple times. If it takes more than a moment, just use physical dice.
Okay. Oh, no, it did it. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So, but the Marauder also jumped. And are they movement 3?
They're movement 1 with jump.
Oh.
They're effectively movement.
Okay, so that's a +2?
Yes, it will be +2 for you.
Okay. This 22.
You hit. You hit.
Okay. There's 6 for 5 damage.
Alrighty, roll to see if you crit.
7.
Nope.
Okay. Right, and then pulse lasers. Yeah. Okay. 19.
You hit.
6.
Also the torso for how much?
5 damage.
Okay, roll to see if you crit.
Also
No
a
crit.
6. Okay.
Alrighty, that will bring it to Helmer.
Okay. Helmer is going to swoop in. He's going to do his jumpies.
Yeah, I
And this
cooked
time he
17
is just
pounds
going
of
to
ribs for the
fire.
birthday party. Oh, nice. Wow.
He's going to fire off his medium pulse
And it all got
lasers,
eaten.
his
Wow.
ER small laser, and his
Nice.
streak SRM 6. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't make that move. That's an illegal move. He can move there. So let me see if I can actually move this. Oh, I can now. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So that's that, and he's going to fire medium pulse lasers, ER small, and see if the streak SRM 6 goes off. So first things first, that Marauder jumped Quiaf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is going to even out, but it's still going to be a +2 because he's movement 3, so that's going to be a +4 on the medium pulse lasers. So we're going to go here. There you go. Kapump.
Gonna hit.
That is 5 damage to the torso.
Okay, how does it look?
The same as it looked pretty much every other time that Helmer's done this, all fucking 4 or 5 times in a row. He's just gonna jump in, he's gonna fire off the medium pulse lasers, and it's just gonna cut into the shoulder of the Marauder and take it out.
Alrighty, after the Marauder goes down, everybody's screens go black.
Mm-hmm.
Graham, why are you being an asshole today? There we go. Alrighty, you all find yourselves back in the meeting room afterwards. And once again, Kirka is at the front of the room.
Mm-hmm. She is a little flabbergasted, but she is going to go up to the front. So that went a little bit better than I was expecting it to. You all did exceptionally well. The only critique I really have, and I am sure you are aware of this, Jet, is trust the process. I know what I am doing. I appreciate your move, and I understand why you made it. Trust me. That is all I ask.
right after Kirka says that,
Mm-hmm.
Jet responds with, Afstar, Captain. Or, no, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Affirmative, Captain, because I'm assuming everybody, including the others, are in here as well.
Yeah.
I do trust you. I hope that you as well trust my experience.
I do.
You know, I would not do anything to jeopardize a mission.
I know. I do trust you. But in the face of such overwhelming odds, I prefer to hedge my bets whenever possible. Does that make sense? It is not... This is not a critique. This is nothing overly harsh. Just a personal request from me to you. At this point, though, Olivia, who I don't think I've shared what Olivia looks like.
Nope.
She looks like the similarities to Kirka is pretty much mostly because I used the same pit crew. And for no other real reason. She's going to stand up, and she is going to come... Actually, she will have been at the front as well. And
can
yeah.
we get a verbal description for
a verbal
the people who
description
cannot see this picture?
For those of you who cannot see, Captain Olivia O'Sullivan is a woman in her late 20s. She is of Indian Irish descent. She has her long, dark, wavy hair tied up into a ponytail. She has visible spiderweb scarring on the sides of her head due to a neurohelm incident. She has several piercings. She wears really dramatic makeup. Think bisexual baddie, and you'll be in the ballpark. She is 5'10". On the more muscular side, not as much so as Deanna by any stretch of the imagination, but she lifts noticeably.
Okay, so to be fair, nobody who isn't an elemental
is going to be
muscular as Deanna.
Right, I just have to like it is more so than Kirka. Kirka is toned, whereas Olivia actually has some muscle to her.
So Olivia would put up more of a challenge in hand-to-hand combat with Jet then.
To an extent, yeah. Like she can outlift Jet, but she's not trained in hand-to-hand combat. So, barring that, she's just a rowdy troublemaker. So I guess that's kind of the long and short of it. She is wearing a Kellhound's more casual uniform versus the dress uniform that they typically wear. I guess that kind of does the long and short of that description. So she's been standing there, and since I am still getting a feel for her, and how she talks to some extent, she is going to pretty bluntly chastise her company. And assert that even though the pilots that they were up against were significantly better trained and have more experience, that there is still no reason why they should have been able to completely obliterate the company without managing to suffer a single casualty. She does admit that she overcommitted in the calls when it comes to flanking, but at the same time, she points out that the problems really started to occur when the company split itself up into such uneven groups, and that if they had kept more even, they would have been more able to pull off the hammer and anvil approach that they were intending and been able to pick the star apart. As it was, we were able to exploit a weak point and wipe them all out. So she is pretty unhappy with how that played out. But she is going to lean over and say kind of quietly to just Kirka, so you can put up a fight when you choose to.
Shut up, phone.
Which at that point, they are going to open the floor for further questions. Some of the Hellhounds have some conversation back and forth about some of the finer points of things. And unless there was something that someone else wanted to interject, that would probably be the end of the debrief.
I don't know that Deanna would offer it to the entire room, but she would at least note, like, walking out, that she was out of position more than she would have liked.
Mm-hmm. Which, if there's nothing else, we might be able to play that out.
Yeah.
And Yuguchi?
Oh, huh?
Did Esme have anything to contribute?
Aside from just still feeling some frustration from, like, almost getting picked off right away, not really.
Okay. Would that be something that you would want to talk with Kirka about, like, after everyone's dismissed, or what?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, I'll let you chew on that for a moment. Let's say you're kind of stewing about it as you leave, and then Deanna, Kirka have a thing to discuss, and then you can tag in later. Maybe?
Okay.
Okay. So it's after the briefing. Olivia and Kirka are going to kind of share a tense question mark glance before Olivia leaves, and then Kirka's going to hang back for a moment because she can see Deanna starting to approach with a look in her eyes that says, "I want to talk." I presume.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not like super hard on herself want to talk, but definitely this wasn't sitting right with me.
Sure.
And yeah, she would open almost exactly that same way, you know. I was out of position more than I would have liked.
You were actually believe it or not, the linchpin for my strategy. I should inform you of this, it is only fair. For some reason, there was a secondary objective that showed up on my screen that you, in particular, were to survive this mission.
Curious.
Indeed. I asked Captain O'Sullivan about it, and she denied any knowledge of it. Given the tone in her voice, I am inclined to believe her. So, I do not know who put that objective there. It was not part of the initial negotiations regarding this exercise.
I have an idea, as there are not many who would. I sincerely doubt that the Colonel would, or the Duke would do such a thing.
There
And
would be
yet
no
Switch
reason.
would literally make that mistake.
There would be no reason for either the Duke or the Colonel to do such a thing. Nor would it be in the nature of anyone else in the Kellhound's chain of command.
Which leaves one person.
Indeed. The question is why. But he is, from what I understand, not in system at this time. So, even if I were able to flag him, even if it was a conversation that I would have with him, which I would say that it is, he is unavailable at this time. I vote for now. We call it a fluke. And if we happen to see this sort of objective arise again, we make a note of it and discuss it with Conward when he inevitably makes his way back here to Ark Royal, whenever that is. Unless it proves itself to be completely irrelevant, of course.
If it was him, then he has learned well, because that is also the kind of thing that Ilkan Ulrich would have done.
How so? I know nothing of these. I know nothing of the details of a lot of these leaders.
The Ilkan is a very, very strategic mind. He has been able to do what he has done in the invasion so far by staying one step ahead of everyone, including the Grand Council. So, seeing a situation where there is an elemental piloting a battle mech and wanting to know more, wanting better tests, is the kind of thing he would do.
Because of its status as being an outlier.
Exactly.
Interesting. In that case, I suppose we will have to see if this happens again. For what it is worth, again, you were not out of position. In fact, I was relying on your positioning in no small part to help calculate my next move.
Well, then I suppose you were one step ahead of me.
Wouldn't that be a change of pace? Often as not, I feel like you're the one saving my ass.
You did not give me an opportunity to this time. The adder was gone before I got around the corner.
Amazingly.
They are not particularly heavily armored.
And I did punch it right through the weak point. Even so, I suppose that showed Olivia what it was she wanted to see.
That we were playing a part and not insulting the Cowhounds?
She and I had a private talk. She essentially accused me in particular, not the rest of you, of holding back and acting around, not taking it seriously. I did not tell her about the arrangement, but I did tell her that there are heavy ramifications for any mistakes. If you ask her about this conversation, she will deny that it happened. This exercise was one of the conditions for that.
I would hope by now that if you said do not, that I will, to trust that I will not.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand her position. If she thought we were toying with them instead of pulling our punches, that would wound my pride as well.
Mm-hmm. Especially since the entire purpose of us being here is to provide them with the training required to face off against the elite of the clans.
Mm-hmm.
And given that we defeated this company on their home turf to a mech, they're going to realize that they are sorely wanting, I'm afraid.
Well, that is why we are here.
Indeed. But all of that is conjecture for another time. Is there anything else that you wish to discuss?
Not at this time.
Okay. In that case, feel free to continue with your day. I know you have things to see to as much as I do.
And with that, she would nod sharply and leave because she does have a session in about an hour where she's going to be teaching Mechwarriors about not getting fucked by elementals.
Hooray!
Quite literally, not in the sex sense.
You mean quite metaphorically.
Okay, fair.
I mean, why not both?
If I see an elemental taking the field with a drill dick like out of Tetsuo the Iron Man, I am just going to nope out of Battletech forever.
I was thinking more the monster trucks from Idiocracy, but... but no, like, aside from the joke that they're probably not her type, it seems like a valuable piece of training to provide that, how to defend against elementals trying to climb on their mechs and tear them to pieces.
Oh, absolutely. It is a very useful thing. I'm sure the Kettlhounds are very happy to have an elemental be able to give those lessons.
Well, and in a few weeks they'll be very happy that it is her giving those lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So, to rewind time just a touch, as everyone was leaving the room just before Deanna and Kirika's conversation, Jet, aimed it to walk out, leave the door the exact same time as Helmer, and as he was passing Helmer, he's just gonna offhandedly make a comment, oh, maybe next time you can get a kill of your own rather than picking off the weak ones, and then just turn sharply and head towards the training hall. Just a light jab at
Just
the
a
fact
little
that,
jab.
that Helmer could do nothing but kill steal.
And Helmer's gonna look and like open his mouth to retort, but then he's going to think better of it and just kind of, and then carry on with what it was he was doing.
Also, as a GM, it is awesome when I throw something in as a whim, and all of a sudden, it could as far as the characters are considered, it is something that is potentially major.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, you hit me with something cool. I'm gonna run with that shit.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. I was just like, oh, this is a fun little twist. Is there something to it? I don't know. Even if there wasn't intended to be anything about it, let's make it. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Love that shit. That's why I love this campaign so much, is because of just how collaborative it is. You give us tidbits sometimes just for no reason, and we run with it, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, let's do something with it.
I mean, I can confirm that there is something to it. Just I don't know if it's gonna be what you all are spitballing.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. I like to be wrong too. It makes sense for the characters to be wrong.
I should probably get on to XP, eh? I will say... I'm gonna say 4 for the session, because it wasn't even if it were, like, actual mech combat, not, like, quote-unquote simulated, it wouldn't have been all that, lethal for use. And I'm going to say that I think going forward at this point, with the skill levels that you all have, I'm going to say probably the lowest that I'm gonna throw at you is gonna be a 7 total in a stat. Because, like,
well, 7s make sense. That's
yeah.
Anything less than that in defense, and 9 times out of 10, it's almost a guaranteed hit unless you roll single.
Yeah, that makes
considering
sense.
that, like, most of the star is rolling 10 plus. When it gets to, like, 14 plus 15, a 6 is meaningless. Even a 7 is kind of meaningless at that point. Like,
yeah, that's fair. I was just the idea behind those numbers was, this is kind of veteran level, so we'll see how this plays, because the idea was volume, like accuracy by volume, essentially. No, inevitably stuff will hit.
Yes, that is true. But yeah, like, it's also one of those things of, like, with 6s in defense, it's, unless you guys roll snake eyes for the most part, it's almost guaranteed that you're hitting every shot, almost. With a few exceptions. I think most of the shots that were missed, I think were ones. Well, I was just going by stat. Were ones that were rolling at least a 7 for defense. Anybody who was rolling a 6 for defense, it was very rare that the shot was missed from one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Which, I want you all to have the feel-good moments. But I also want, combat to be up in the air for the most part.
No, the idea is to try and make it like a healthy challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
So, fine, but yeah, this turned out to be, that's a good cutoff. 7 up, cool. Like 7s, 8s, creeping into 9s. Like,
yes.
that is good, high skill, veteran to low level elite territory.
Yeah, exactly. Like 7s to 8s for the, like, essentially rank and file, quote unquote, and then possibly a 9 or a 10 for, the elite for the group.
Yeah, and then the only reason we would possibly need to go lower would be if we're dealing with a large number of chaff, which, why would we? We are a star. We're not going to be doing a star against, 2 companies. That's absurd.
Yeah, exactly. The one company, maybe. The second company, that's going to be handled off screen.
Yeah, it's just, at that point, it's just a waste of time for everyone. But yeah, thank you for indulging this little stress test that I threw at you in the wee hours of the morning yesterday. I think it was actually fun for everyone involved, even if there was a little bit of tweaking that needs to be made down the road.
Yeah, like it illuminates, because with the range and skills, it illuminates where like the low end cutoff is. It's like, if we were playing D&D,
Mhm.
at with where you are, with where the average quote unquote level is like essentially level 16 to 18 if we were talking D&D.
More or less, yeah.
Considering like where you and Deanna are at specifically. So like that would be throwing level 16s at, I don't fucking know, a horde of goblins who are played as per the book, not played smart.
Right.
Type deal.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just chaff before the wind. That's not fun.
that's just silly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my idea was aiming for, like, a challenge that can still be resolved within 1, maybe 2 sessions.
Yeah. Though one of the things that I'm kind of picturing, kind of as a non sequitur, thinking back to Deanna training the Kellhounds not to get screwed over by elementals, is I'm just picturing both Deanna and Jet kind of trading off days for like essentially martial training with the Kellhounds.
Oh my god.
One day it's Deanna, the next day it's Jet, then Deanna, then Jet.
I'm sure Deanna would enjoy that because I'm sure she would still like to be able to get all of her lifting in. And some days, and I'm sure like if she trained and did class work every day, she would slowly get bored. So I could see that.
Well, and I mean, part of the just like looking at it from a GM standpoint at how things have gone with this star is the biggest strength is the variety in skill sets.
Yeah,
that
very
the
much
group
so.
has.
Very much so, yeah. Even if, like, Kirika's biggest non-mech skill being the fact that she's the face of the party is mostly just played off-screen. It's still fun, though. Like, that's where all the juicy lore stuff happens, just because there's more time for it.
Yeah. Oh, don't get it twisted. During this whole joint training arc, there's going to be at least one session where it's just going to be a narrative session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure where that's going to go.
Understandable.
I think it depends on, honestly, how much prep I want to do before that session, and where I go, you know what? I don't want to run combat today.
Fair enough. Something to chip away at for a while as we kind of come up with stuff.
But yeah, it was definitely a fun session. I always have good times running this. I do actually have a. I'm in the process of making a new like mega map for the campaign that I can just like pull sections out of as needed.
Oh.
Yeah. I got that idea last week. So basically, in one of the programs that I use for map making, I just made this giant island on a like 200 square by 200 square canvas. And once I actually get it filled into my liking, then yeah, there's going to be at least a little bit more variety in the combat maps. So something to look forward to. It's not the same boring maps.
Hooray.
Because I'm pretty sure the maps are getting rather samey.
A little bit.
I mean, that's what happens when I make my maps huge, because then I can, only use small parts of it. It's
Mhm.
just when you use small parts of the same maps over and over again, it doesn't hit the same.
Right.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to nuke the at the very least. Boop. That's done. And then I need to decide if I want to play a ridiculous amount of Fallout 76 again, or more of an embarrassing amount of Fallout 76, because I've recently got back into that. Because it is at least a little bit fun.
Popcorn entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I like smacking things with the big bat with rockets on the back of it and a bunch of nails sticking out of it. Because that's an
Understandable.
effective weapon.
Oh, of course.
But yes, so I think I'm actually going to probably cut my stream here, and if I do stream, I will pop back on a little bit later. But thank you all for hanging out and playing with me today, and we will be back at the same time next week, unless shit happens, and the world ends, or injury of some sort.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, because that would definitely suck.
That would not be
Uh-huh.
ideal.
And that's another thing I have to do. I have to deal with touch points. So I have to manually do this bullshit.
Hooray.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I updated it recently, and then apparently it had a bunch of shit that it wanted me to do for the update, so that's a thing. But I am gonna see who I can raid out to. Actually, I'm assuming Anna is still going.
Yeah, she'll be live.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I will do then after I close the, I give you a follow. Next question. I swore I followed. Probably say I didn't. Same as Discord name?
Yeah.
Aha! I found you.
Yeah.
And boop. We start raid.
Okay, well, thank you.
Alrighty, so those of you who are watching on my end, I thank you very much for coming and hanging out, as always. Whether you've been chatting, whether you've been lurking, whether it's the first time in or you're around here regularly, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you all have a great day. Cheers. Boop.
Thanks for the raid magical hack, and welcome you one lovely people. Oh,
Think-
hey Magical Hack. Thanks for
Right.
hitting that follow
Okay.
button.
I think I'm gonna hop out of the VC.
Yeah, I'm gonna head
Yeah,
out.
same
too.
here.
It was a fun time.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Ah! I vanished. Hold on. I return! I forgot I was using my PNG. Hello, hi. Also, yeah, thank you for the raid. Let me make sure I get you a shout out. There we go. There. All right. Got that. And yeah, I've been trying to determine what I'm doing next, actually. That's one of the things I was trying to mess with. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to, regardless,
Magical
go,
Hack thought it was wise to use
the Russian sippy drink,
250
nice.
points on Russian sippy drink.
Yeah. Yeah, Russian sippy drink, that's a good one. That always makes Catalotl happy. I gotta definitely do a few things before the next time we play this, because I haven't leveled up forever. That's a problem. And I want to do between session stuff this time, since there's a thing to do. Got a thing to do. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next here. I am not entirely certain, since I was debating maybe doing some more stompy robots, but I think I might be doing something else, actually. But either way, I gotta take a break, because I want to get some food and stuff. I also gotta shut down the YouTube stream, but the Twitch one will continue going while I do a BRB, and I can run some VODs or something too. It's been a little bit since I did that. Let's see, I'll bring that up. Then I don't just leave people with nothing. Where is it? I gotta turn this back on. Turn this back on. Is that it? That's it. There it is. Well, there's stompy robots. There's stompy robots to watch from one of the past VODs. There we go. Yeah, that works out. Okay. Alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna end the YouTube stream. I will throw a link over there, just in case anybody over there wants to continue hanging out. Twitch stuff, if I can find my link. I am not going to the right place. I'm getting distracted. No, that's also not the right one. Here it is. Okay, I'll just grab that. Throw this over here. And then, gotta get rid of this. Alright. I'll leave that for a few minutes, or like not a few minutes, like maybe another minute or two before I shut down the YouTube stream. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some VODs on. I'm gonna get some food and figure out what I'm gonna do next. Thanks for hanging out though. This was nice. Thanks for hanging out with the tabletop. Hope you enjoyed it and everything. Yeah. I'll be back in just a little while.
The tag, so I'm actually running 3 small pulse lasers.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I can actually afford 1 off and just having 3.
If you want a dedicated support mech, I can introduce you to the Raven.
Oh, I've been eyeing that for quite a while.
The Raven 3L is the best